And I'm going to go ahead and check real quick to make sure we are actually live streaming at this point in time as we're preparing for Talent Tuesdays, Lunch and Learn. Everybody, I hope that you're here with us. I'm sure that you are. We should be streaming live right now on both Facebook as well as on YouTube. And I just got the alert. So I think that we are good to go right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm super excited to be here today. My name is Kevin Lloyd. I am the founder and CEO of ColumbusBlack.com. We are the primary online resource connecting the Black community to commerce and to culture. We're excited to be here today. We've been around for 17 years. And one of the things that we're really, really excited about is the ability to have conversations like we will today. This is our Talent Tuesdays Lunch and Learn. We have a special company here with us today, and I have a special guest that's with us that I'm excited about. We have Scott Frazier here from Victoria's Secret & Co. that's going to teach us all, right, as we have a lunch and learn. He's going to teach us and educate us on some of the great things that they have going on within his company. But before we go there, I want to make sure that I call out a couple of our sponsors. Obviously, we have Diversified Systems, Venture Suite, as well as Mile, which stands for Make Your Life Entertaining, which is our social partner and sponsor of this event as well. So with that being said, I want to thank Scott for his time. And hopefully you all are sitting down. You actually have your lunch. So now I want y'all to just sit back and get ready to learn a little bit more about Victoria's Secret & Co., what they have going on within their company and their organization, and some of the great career opportunities that may exist for you or a family member or a friend. Okay, so what I do want you all to do is, if you're watching this right now, if you're watching it later, I want you to make sure that you tap the share button. I want you to tag someone that you know that may be interested in an opportunity that you're going to hear about today. With that being said, Scott, I want to turn it over to you. If you don't mind giving us a brief introduction of yourself as the Director of Talent Acquisition. If you could share a little bit about yourself, we would appreciate that.
Great. Yeah, thanks, Kevin. It's great to be here talking to ColumbusBlack.com today. Scott Frazier. I lead talent acquisition for a few functional areas: our distribution operations, logistics, asset protection, customer care operations, procurement, and our cafe operations. So
you got you have a few things under your umbrella, huh?
Yeah. Well, hey, it's never a dull moment, you know. Probably like many people, I have an endless curiosity and a short attention span, so it keeps me on my toes. But no, I've been first with L Brands and now with Victoria's Secret for about 15 years, and it's been a lot of change over that time. But I love working with a company that values its associates, its customers. Is dedicated to happy, healthy, and inclusive culture. And I've been really blessed to be surrounded by a lot of people that are really great at what they do. We have an amazing team, and just happy to be here to talk to folks today. So
outstanding. So Scott, do me a favor. One of the things I think is really important is for us to understand a little bit about your background, right? And how long you've been with the company. Obviously, you have quite a bit of responsibility with the role that you have. But if you would start there a little bit, that'll help us understand a little bit more about you first. Sure. Then I would love to go into the company itself and the organization to introduce it to those that may not really know much more than what we've seen on TV from a commercial standpoint, right? So it's all yours.
Cool. Well, how far do you want me to go back, Kevin?
Give us a little bit of your background. Like, how did you end up getting to this role as well, right? Like, you can go back a little bit. Yeah.
Sure. Well, I grew up in Gahanna here locally, and went to Miami University in Oxford. We live in Granville in Licking County today, my wife and I, and two dogs.
Okay.
And, it's funny. I'll joke, I get to interact with a lot of folks, students today, and like I envy them. Like many of them, they've got amazing internships lined up. They know what they want to do and what it takes to get there. That wasn't me. I I don't have a degree in human resources and didn't really think about that as a career. I I jokingly tell people I played football in college at Miami, and I probably focused more on that than what I should be doing after that.
Yeah.
I bounced around after college, didn't know what I wanted to do, and tried a lot of different things. And some friends got into a contract staffing organization as recruiters, and they like to hire college graduates that necessarily didn't have that experience, so they could train them as they'd like to. And so that's how I got started in human resources and recruiting.
Okay.
And I'll kind of weave this through my conversation today. Um, you know, I agency recruiting is a great place to learn, right? But the flip side of that is if you don't hire people, that is how they make their money. So I was probably the worst recruiter they ever hired. I didn't fill any jobs for about 6 months, but
Hey, Scott, don't tell anybody that.
well, it's the truth.
Just joking.
I think that's something that's important to know. Like, if you're excited about what you're doing,
Yeah.
you don't quit and you take feedback, like you'll figure it out, right?
Yeah.
And that's something that I've consistently tried to prioritize in my life.
Awesome.
So I figured that out. I did eventually recruit and hire someone. And then I got better at that. I worked my way up to an account manager in that organization. I really wanted the experience of being within a company, right, to really be ingrained in the culture and the values of it, instead of hiring for multiple different companies, which were great, but having more ownership and belonging was important to me. And so I transitioned to being a recruiter for the Longaberger Company, which it no longer exists. But at the time, I got into volume hiring there. Would hire thousands of people a year to make baskets, handmade baskets, and then that company peaked and we started downsizing. That trend kind of went away. And the staffing function really stopped existing there, right? They didn't need to add people, they were reducing people. So they got rid of the staffing function, but I applied for a position as an HR generalist. And another thing that's worked well for me is to, be open-minded to opportunities and maybe think about opportunities differently than what other folks might. There was a third shift HR generalist role, and I put in for that to stay with the organization, as well as get that experience, because I was like, nobody else is probably going to want that. And I was right, and it was a great experience, and I learned a lot and kind of built up those competencies and skills. And I stayed there for about 8 more years. Left there, went to a small manufacturing company as an HR manager in Licking County. And then somebody I'd started my career with was at L Brands as a senior recruiter. And she reached out to me in 2007. I picked up quite a bit of seasonal or surge or volume hiring experience in some of the different roles that I had supported. And they were looking for somebody to own our holiday hiring for our distribution centers here in Columbus. And that sounded right up my alley, and I was excited about the opportunity in the company. And so that worked out, and I started here in January 2008. I was a team of 1. At the time, we had 5 distribution centers here in Columbus. All of them are about 1 million square feet. So pretty large, high volume operations. And I think we hired about 2,000 people during the fall to help get product to customers. And I didn't really know what I was doing, but it was better than what had existed before, and we built on that success. And one thing that's fantastic about our organization, if you do great work and you contribute and
Yeah.
drive results, they'll give you more. Since then, I've grown my team. We took on DC leadership, exempt staffing, engineering. We've added to the team and picked up other functional areas over the years. So I went from a manager to a director, and now, I have a team of 8 on my team that support all these functional areas. And it's been a great journey. I learned something new every day. I've changed a lot.
Yeah.
And just been really surrounded by a lot of great people.
Outstanding. Thank you for walking us through that path and that journey to get to where you are. And I'm glad you did that. That's part of what we want to make sure people have a good understanding of who they're even listening to. And now they can understand like the steps you took to get where you are as well. You started to talk about the company, right? And the fact of if you do well, guess what? They'll give you more. You'll have more opportunities. You'll have more responsibilities. So talk to us a little bit more about Victoria's Secret and Co. So people can get an understanding of the company itself, and then we'll go into the culture a little bit.
Yeah. So, it's an exciting time at Victoria's Secret. We're really in a reinvention of who we are and our brand. We split right into 2 companies in August of last year, right? So L Brands was Bath and Body Works, and Victoria's Secret. Now we're 2 independent public companies, right? I think the company has always, in my experience and in my teams and my leaders and myself, have been really anchored in values, right? Improving the lives of others. That's our associates, our communities, our customers, anyone we interact with. From partnering with suppliers in Asia, right, to improve their communities and their lifestyles, to providing products and experiences to women that make them feel great and special and how they want to feel. Those things have always been anchors for us. I think some of the big changes about reinvention is, up to a couple years ago, we had a very narrow focus on our products, right? So, everybody's familiar with the supermodels and the runway shows, right?
Right.
And that worked and was on target for many years. But times change, and I don't know that we kept up with really, what was the current and relevant kind of view of that. So, we've made a lot of changes in the past 2 years around inclusivity for our consumers, right? If you look, and there's a lot of old bad press out there, like we own it, like, that's true. None of those leaders are here anymore, right? We're a new company. And I think really how I kind of boil it down, and this isn't the official company perspective on it, but I used to tell her, what sexy looked like, right? And now we're giving her experiences and tools to feel however she wants to feel, whoever she is. That's expanded sizes, that's different product lines, panty periods, breastfeeding bras, just to the look and feel of our product lines and our experiences. And folks might say, well, that's great, but like, is it genuine? Do you mean it? And we do. We're really focused on being a leading advocate for women. So we have donated and supported programs for women's mental health, for women's cancers, and made a lot of important changes. Like, for example, our board, it has the highest representation of women. 7 out of 8 board members are women.
Okay.
43% of them are people of color.
Okay.
Right. We lead any Fortune 500 company in that, right? The VS Collective, right? These are influential women. So instead of supermodels, these are women that are about social change and positive change, right? Eileen Gu, who's a world championship free skier and is promoting youth and women's sports. Naomi Osaka, equity activist, designer, and a really great tennis player, right? So
yeah, absolutely.
The collective is influencing our product lines, our messaging, how we're engaging with the customer. So we've just started this reinvention, right? And it's pretty exciting. And it's rooted in values and treating people the way they want to be treated,
right?
Being included the way they want to be included. So it's pretty exciting.
Sounds like it. Lots of change. That's a major shift. I don't want to let that go by, right? Like I want people to understand what you just covered is a significant and transformational shift in what we'll go into, which is the strategic vision / the culture of the company that we've known for so long. Y'all have literally made a significant pivot.
We have, and it's really built on the core of happy, healthy, and inclusive culture, right? Transparency, honesty, lead with values. Everybody belongs, is included, for all of us to perform at our best. How does that come out in different areas? Obviously, I'm here to talk about career opportunities, right?
Yeah.
And one of the things that we're really wanting people to know about is opportunities to help us in our distribution centers this fall, right?
Okay.
So,
you have something special coming up too.
Yes, we do. We do. But 60% of our sales come in that holiday period, right? Like many specialty retailers. We have 4 distribution centers for Victoria's Secret. 2 of them are in the Easton or Morse Road area.
Okay.
2 of them are here in Reynoldsburg on East Broad Street. But we're adding about 2,000 folks to help us during holiday to get the product out. 850 plus stores in the United States and Canada, international stores, and also our e-commerce operation. So we ship directly from Columbus to, the count is out of date, but about, I think 78 international countries. Of course, they're international, but different countries around the world from right here in Columbus.
Okay.
But to help support that, we're partnering with Columbus Black on an interview event, right? So, so this is going to be Tuesday, August 30th, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. at our employment center in the Easton area. It's on Morse Crossing. And we'll have directions and information on the columbusblack.com website. But that location's at 3425 Morse Crossing there in Columbus. But we'll have opportunities for folks to talk to our team about distribution center opportunities. You can apply. Our intent is to make offers on the same day while folks are there. If we kind of get overrun with candidates, we might punt on that and follow up with you later, but we can do things virtually too. And it'll be a fun event. That is a new operation, a new employment center, and we'll also have some Victoria's Secret candles there for folks to some products, some giveaways, swag.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're giving away some Victoria's Secret candles?
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
So come out and see us, get a job, and get.
Oh yeah.
So
let's go back for a second, right? So you gave us quite a bit of great information, right? Starting with your background, you talked about the company, the pivots and the changes that have happened, the culture that y'all have established, and now you're talking about new opportunities, especially with on the distribution side. So
Right.
what I picked up was about 2,000 hires for this holiday season, right?
That's
That's
right.
that's quite a bit. And that's right here. So you saying 2,000 jobs in Columbus?
That's right. That's right.
Wow. Okay, so what is that? Fill us in on this, right? So brand new operation, right? At 3425 Morse Crossing. That's where the event is going to take place, right?
Right.
On the 30th. So what do these jobs look like, right? So what kind of roles would we expect to be available for this new location, which is going to be very exciting?
Yeah. So these roles, that they help get product out to the customer. There's three main roles that we hire for. Merchandise processors, those are like picking and packing of product. You'll pick that product and you'll make sure it's right, and you'll be the last person to send it out to the customer. So it's really important when we talk about improving the lives of others. You're the last person that's going to touch that before she opens it when it arrives at her house. So
that's really important.
That is important.
That's important.
Yep. Then we have merchandise handler roles. They're dealing with full cartons of product that might be receiving it or taking the product out of the carton so that the merchandise processors can fill those orders. And then we also have equipment operators. So we have state-of-the-art forklift equipment where, those operators are receiving, putting away product into our storage areas or retrieving that so that we can get it out to the customer. So these are all, they're light industrial type roles. They're in our warehouses. When we talk about values and improving the lives of others, right? This isn't a dusty, dirty, poorly lit warehouse, right? These are well-lit, climate-controlled areas with beautiful break rooms. We have convenience stores there, right? So if you want a snack or lunch, you can buy it there.
This is that next generation distribution center.
Yeah. We work hard, but we also have fun at work. We have we're hiring thousands of people, Kevin, but really we seek to have that one-on-one engagement and culture, right? So there are leaders and supervisors that and our HR teams are working hard to make sure that experience is one of teamwork and appreciation. We have contests and giveaways and special events to recognize folks for the great work that they do. And it's a great opportunity. Like, these are state-of-the-art retail distribution centers. Learning more about logistics. Columbus is a retail and logistics hub, right?
Right.
You can learn a lot about logistics and distribution from our operations. These roles are here to help us for the holiday, but the folks that take it serious, we ask folks to stay. We have group leads, supervisors, managers, senior managers, directors that started their career helping us for holiday, right? So those are great opportunities. You get it, what you put in, you can get out of. So,
that's right.
I recently was out at DC6 and talking to some associates just for some capturing some video testimonials, and they started as a holiday help 2 years ago. They're group leads now. It's changed their life, right? So these are holiday jobs, but they can turn into something bigger. So
that's right. I think the key point here is opportunity, you all, right? So everybody that's hearing this, an opportunity is about to present itself right here in Columbus, Ohio. You never know what it may lead to. And I've heard that story. I spent 25 years as a retail executive, Scott. I don't know if we talked about that, but the number of people that I've met throughout my career that started the job, as a seasonal hire, that ended up staying with the company 10, 15, 20 years, that grew through the chain and the organization. It's a great opportunity. So I would say, listen to what he just said, right? So 2,000 hires, I am pretty positive that some people will end up staying on and continuing with the organization. So great opportunity. And then obviously an important one, right? Because that gift, that holiday gift, whoever touches it last, you want to make sure to put a smile on that person's face. So we need really, really awesome and amazing people to come out to this event on the 30th, 3425 Morse Crossing. And it's going to be fun. So will there be any additional, I know it's going to be some swag, the candles, any food, any music, anything else fun or cool going on?
Kevin, I thought you were bringing the music.
I will bring the music. We're going to have a good time because guess what? Columbus Black is going to be there. We will be live. All right. So we'll be going live from the event. So y'all need to come on out. I might have a little something special for you, right, as well. But I want y'all to come out, have a good time, spread the word, right? The one thing I shared at the beginning, need you to hit the share button, need you to tag a friend or family member. We all know that everybody's trying to make additional money, especially during the holidays, to make sure that we can get those amazing gifts that we want to share with our family members and our friends. So great opportunity here with Victoria's Secret & Co. So listen, Scott, there's a question that I know everybody's going to be asking. The number one question is they're going to want to know, how much are they paying, right? So for those that want to know, is it competitive pay? Any insight you want to share there for the audience as well? Yeah,
so a few things. Our rates vary by position and shift, right? So we do have a first, second shift, and then AM and PM weekend shifts, as well as part-time shifts. But depending on the job and the shift, our pay range, they pay from $16.50 to $24.25 an hour. Okay. These roles, they do offer paid holidays from day one. 40% discount at our brands. So you want to be popular, at the holidays, 40%. 40%. That's right.
That's sharp.
Yeah. Sorry, I blanked out for a second.
That's all right. You were talking about some of the cool perks.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, happy, healthy culture, right? Like you walk around our buildings, and I can't put a dollar sign on it, but people are smiling and happy and engaged, right? So we do work hard, but people have fun and love being a part of the team, right? So we do other things, right? We'll have meal programs where we'll bring in meals during the busiest weeks of the year. That after Thanksgiving to shipment end date, that's go time, right? So we'll do things like that, as well as we have a associate appreciation program, and that's a 6-week program. There's a theme every week with giveaways and activities. Just to, again, when we're working hard to keep people going in a positive way. And we also believe in work-life balance. We'll be busy during those time frames, but we're not here to lose that culture, right? So we seek to have balance in all things that we do. So
outstanding. All right, so I think that might be the gist of the highlights, right? So great opportunity, everybody. You just learned a little bit more as we talk about our lunch and learn as we get ready to wrap up. Hopefully, once again, you had a chance to get some food and you just learned a little bit something about, one, Scott, his background, two, the company itself, Victoria's Secret & Co., the culture and how things have really shifted, right? And he talks about this happy environment, right, and healthy environment, and the fact that people have the ability to also grow within the organization. We talked about those opportunities that are coming up, right? The distribution center, the special event that's going to be happening is they're looking to hire 2,000 people for the holiday season to support the distribution to 854 stores, right? That's pretty amazing to be a part of a team that's like doing that much to make sure people have a wonderful holiday season and beyond, right? So great stuff there. Competitive wages. Okay. So you heard the range. I think it was from $16.50 to $24.25. Is that right? Somewhere in that range, something like that.
$16.50 to $24.25. That's
there. You go. Right. So nice range depending on the role or position. Okay. So great opportunity there. So Scott, before we wrap up, is there anything else that you would want the audience to know? We have these shows, people get ready, they prep, and then they get off the show and they're like, I can't believe I didn't say that. I meant to say this. Is there anything that you wanted to talk about before we wrap?
Yeah, a couple quick things. One, the areas that I support, I'm super passionate about, right?
Yeah.
But you know, if this isn't the kind of role that you're looking for, we have other roles, right? We have leadership roles, we have analyst roles.
Mhm.
I have peers that do home office, creative
Okay.
marketing, IT, digital design. So if that's more up your alley, we have those opportunities, and I'd encourage you to go to careers.victoriassecret.com to look at those functional areas. Follow us on LinkedIn. There's great information, and our roles are posted there too. So I wanted to make sure to put that plug in for my peers. So
Oh yeah.
I'm
They'll
excited
love
about.
you for it later.
That's right. I'm excited about these opportunities, but we have huge amount of things to offer, right? And looking for
Yeah.
great talent. The other thing is, I imagine folks want to hear about career opportunities, but also are kind of reflecting on themselves. I think it's important. Everybody's journey is different, but
Mhm.
I think a couple things for folks to think about is be open to opportunities. Somebody told me a long time ago that sometimes it doesn't matter what ship you get on, as long as you get on one. Be open to opportunities. Somebody told me a long time ago that sometimes it doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm echoing a little bit. Yeah, don't be afraid to jump on an opportunity and make the best of it. You never know where it may take you. Life happens to all of us. Don't let things slow you down. Focus on the things you can control. And don't give up. So I think those are secrets to success. So
Wow. That's heavy. You didn't just wrap up. You dropped some serious, what we call gem drops. Okay. So that's that knowledge. When he's dropping those gems, you have to pay attention to those. Those are valuable. Those are lifetime tidbits that can help anybody at any point in time. So Scott, I appreciate you sharing those before we wrap up. Okay.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
that's awesome. All right. So, and with that, to all his peers out there that may see this later on, yep, he dropped a plug in there for you too to make sure he's taking a look at the big picture, right? He's trying to help everybody out. And that's great for our audience because I want you all to understand what just happened here, right? So we have a local company that decided, hey, we want to support the opportunities that exist, right? We want to support our communities. We want to tell them about things that they can do to have these jobs, right? Participate, grow with the organization as well. But then they're also supporting a locally owned business, and that's columbusblack.com, by being a part of our Talent Tuesdays and being on our platform. So we appreciate what you all are doing. Scott, y'all are not just talking about it, y'all are being about it, as we say, and we appreciate it. So everyone that's watching this, I asked you earlier to do a couple of things. One of them was I want you to share this, okay? So just take the second to share it. Tag somebody that you know that's going to be looking for, an opportunity with Victoria's Secret, whether short-term or long-term, so that they can hear this message. Have them apply, okay? And then I want y'all to spread the word that Victoria's Secret is showing their efforts around diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging, right? So I want you all to make sure you spread the word. We appreciate their support and leveraging our business as a platform to help get the word out to our community. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and wrap up. Scott, before I do the final, is there anything else on your mind before we go?
No, just thank you, Kevin. Thank you, columbusblack.com. Thank you to the audience. This has been a lot of fun, and come out and see us.
All right, outstanding. All right, y'all. With that, we're going to go ahead and wrap up columbusblack.com's Talent Tuesday Lunch and Learn with Victoria's Secret & Co. with our special guest, Scott Frazier, who's the Director of Talent and Talent Acquisition within the organization. With that being said, remember to stay abreast of everything we have going on. You can go to our website. That's columbusblack.com. It's going to ask you to sign up for our newsletter. You will get information around events like this so you never, ever miss out again. So we're going to ask you to take that first step, but you can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube. We're working on TikTok. It's coming. All right. So make sure you follow us on all of those channels, and that way you don't miss out. And with that, I just want to thank you all for your support. We appreciate you. And remember that you can also find posted jobs for Victoria's Secret & Co. on our job board and on our Talent Tuesday email blast that goes out. So once again, with that being said, everybody have an awesome remainder of the day. We appreciate you, and take care and have a good one.